All right, people. So I finally got to watch Survivor Series here after I've been behind on WWE for weeks now. And, I've been keeping, I've been making sure that I have not been looking at any spoilers. When I go on YouTube, I make sure not to look at any WWE videos. When I go on the Twitter, I make sure not to look at any WWE shit. When I'm going on the internet, I'm making sure to avoid all WWE shit and content. And so I've been trying so hard because I don't want to, Goldberg versus Lesnar. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see what the fuck happens. Even though they totally messed up, they fucked up the build to this fucking match. I want to see, what's going to happen in this match. So they've really done everything that they could to fuck it up. So I watched Survivor Series, had some good matches in there, was pretty fucking happy. I'm like, okay, I mean, this show's actually going pretty decently, and we're not even in the main event, the main shit, the meat of the fucking show. We're not even there yet, and we've already had some pretty quality matches. So we get to the main event, and once you already watched the show, you can see how much time's left, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, there's only like fucking 8 minutes left in the show. Like, what the fuck? And the main event hasn't even started yet. And then I'm watching the main event. I'm like, something's gonna fucking happen here. And then I'm watching it, and it's a minute and a half, and fucking Goldberg fucking beats him in a minute and a half. I mean, are we fucking? Is this a joke? Is this a fucking joke? Survivor Series, one of your top pay per views of the year, gets a main event of a minute and a half. You have Goldberg going out there and beating Brock in a minute and a half. I mean, the most basic, he hits him with two spears and a jackhammer, and that's it. That's your main event, people. Go home, be happy. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. I've been talking about this now that WWE does the most basic shit. There's no passion. There's no thought. There's nothing unique put into the show. And how much more basic can you get than two spears and a jackhammer for your main event? I mean, just terrible. I saw one thing. I was looking on Yahoo, and they post links to different websites, and I'm looking at one of them, and it's like the ending to the Brock versus Goldberg match was brilliant. Something brilliant. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? They just took a fucking main event that you're one of their top pay per views and turned it into a minute and a half. I mean, there's brawls during the builds to matches that are longer than this, that are twice as long as this. I mean, this was just a disgrace to wrestling. I mean, this was not a wrestling match. Your main event should be fucking like 10, 15, not even. It should be like 15, at least 15 minutes long, 20, 25 minutes. I mean, the match before this was 53 minutes long, and this one was a minute and a half. So why is this the main event? This was the most uneventful, boring main event I've seen. I mean, Goldberg comes back. He comes back after 12 years, and this is the best you got? A fucking shit-ass build where Brock's hardly there, Goldberg's hardly there. They have a shit-ass build, hardly any promos, hardly anything that gets you excited for the actual match. With the exception of it, being Goldberg and Lesnar, you're going to be excited no matter what, but they didn't do anything to build upon that. So the only thing you're really excited for is their names. That's because they're big names, big draws. So after that shit ass build, you get the match, and then you have Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, a man who has been built up for fucking years now. He beat The Undertaker. He beat Cena. He beat everybody. He beat CM Punk. He beat Dean Ambrose. He beat Roman Reigns. I mean, he didn't beat Roman Reigns. He fucking Seth Rollins, but cashed in. But I mean, I could fucking go down the list of people Brock Lesnar has beaten, and then all that thrown out the fucking door, flushed down the shitter of WWE. I mean, by the way, I always use that analogy. Like the ratings are going down the shitter. Well, if you look at the WWE shitter, all the shit that they have given us. The toilet of WWE is very plugged up because they have given us so much shit, and this just tops it off here. This fucking garbage ass match. So again, Lesnar, a guy who they've built up for years now, they've made into a beast. I mean, all that is pretty much fucking ruined, or at least heavily damaged. now that Goldberg comes out and just squashes him in a minute and a half. Really? This guy, I mean, they don't even make him like lose in 20 minutes, or they don't even make him, look strong in defeat. He loses in a minute and a half. I mean, this was just it was a disgrace, and the question is why would they do this? Why would they give us a totally dumbass main event? I mean, I don't know. I was watching the Brad Rules, and he's like, well, they probably paid paid Goldberg a ton of fucking money, and he demanded to win, and that's probably it. I mean, I don't fucking know, but I mean, this made me fucking puke. This main event. I mean, it made me puke, and there's just so many fucking things wrong. I mean, they couldn't have done a worse job of executing Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg if they fucking tried. I mean, I'm telling you, this company is just so fucking dumb. They can't get any fucking dumber than this. They fuck every single goddamn thing they do up. They have fucking golden opportunities just given to them on a fucking platter. You got Goldberg back, for crying out loud. A huge ass draw. A guy who hasn't been here in 12 years. Fucking still in pretty good shape, it looks like. And you fuck it up. I, I, I mean, there you go, people. I mean, there you go. You got Brock Lesnar again, another huge draw, a good athlete in great shape. You got two great talents, two good draws, and you can't come through. And then they wonder why the ratings are going down the shitter. It's because shit like this that totally disrespects WWE fans. I'm watching a great match, before this one with fucking Braun Strowman throwing guys through tables, throwing a fucking midget through a table. Fucking Shane McMahon jumping off the top rope through a table, sacrificing his body. Fucking 40-some-year-old guy, in his mid-40s, jumping off fucking top ropes through tables. Shield fucking reunion, power bomb through table. Great fucking match with a lot of fucking good ass spots. 53 minutes long, but yet it still turned out to be a great match, even though it was that long. Still fucking great match. And then you watch this match with fucking two fucking moves, three fucking, I forgot, guys. You had two spears and a jackhammer. 3-move match is your main event. There you go, people. That's a great main event. And the argument might be, oh, it's to set up something bigger. Set up something bigger. You don't use the main event of Survivor Series to set up a future match. The main event of a fucking pay-per-view should not be to set up a fucking... That's why you got 3 hours of motherfucking Raw to set up your fucking matches, people. I mean, you got fucking 3 hours of Raw per fucking week to build up to your matches. You don't need to use a fucking main event of a pay-per-view. You don't need to build up... You don't need to build up to this fucking match and then only have it be a minute and a half. And the thing that really pisses me off, too, is how Brock loses. Again, a guy who they built up to be a beast. A guy who has conquered the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania. Thank you, Paul Heyman, for telling me a million times. And now, all that, again, thrown down the shitter for, in a minute and a half. I mean, I cannot explain to you how just... And then but I mean, what do you expect? You got to expect it. This is what I always tell people. When they look like they're going to do something good, don't get too excited. When they bring back somebody, when they bring back Goldberg, when they make Cesaro Paul Heyman guy, when they do anything that looks like it's going to be good, when they have the Shield triple threat, whatever the fuck you want to say, whenever it looks like they're going to do something good, they're setting up or there's the potential to be something good, don't get too fucking excited, because this company has a track record of fucking up good things. Like I just said, the Shield triple threat match fucked up. Goldberg return, now you could add that to the list. Fucked up. So there you go, people. I mean, this is why I have no passion for this company anymore. This is why I get so behind on my Raw reviews, because I don't feel like watching Raw anymore. And this just proves again why this company is terrible. I mean, I don't know how you could watch this match and say it was good, because it wasn't. It was terrible. It was generic. It was basic. There was no energy put into to create. There's no creativity out of this main event. Just it was just one of the worst matches I've seen. I mean, this should be a fucking great fucking feud, Lesnar versus Goldberg, but instead, it's pretty much a waste of time and a waste of potential, because this potentially could be great, but it's not. So you could just chalk this one up on the list of WWE failures. So there you go, people.